communication, respect, forgiving, appreciation. These are all skills that many may agree can make a successful relationship. But have you ever thought about how many actual successful relationships you've had throughout your life? This is a question that I've asked myself, and I realized that there have been very few successful relationships in my life. According to Maya Diamond, a relationship and dating coach, she states that every 13 seconds, there is a couple breaking up in the United States. That means that everybody in this room runs a possibility of breaking up with their partner at any given time. But why does it feel like everybody is breaking up with their partner and not being able to have a healthy relationship? That is why over the past 2 weeks, I've decided to research what it takes to have a healthy relationship. I think that it's a very important skill for everybody to participate in because we're consistently making relationships in our life, whether they be platonic or romantic. I hope that with my speech, you were able to pin down exactly what it takes to maintain a healthy relationship. First, I'll be sharing with you guys my personal experience. Then I'll be discussing the question that I pondered all throughout my relationship. And lastly, I'll be sharing with you guys some information that I was able to gather while doing my research. Now, 6 months ago, I went through my first ever heartbreak. Or I would say actually breakup. I had been with this person for about a year and a half, but unfortunately, time was not the key factor to keeping us together. Now, here's a picture that I'm okay with sharing with you guys because we actually ended up on pretty good terms and we're still mutual friends. But like I mentioned, this was my first ever breakup, but I wouldn't consider it to be one of my worst heartbreaks. Simply because I feel like we both knew how unhealthy it was and we kind of saw it coming sooner or later. But when we first broke up, I was very devastated and blinded that I could not see exactly how unhealthy it was for both of us. I thought, you know what? I am never, ever going to be able to have a successful relationship. But once that post-breakup fogginess went away, I was able to see all of our unhealthy habits that we both had. Our main issues were lack of communication, emotional responsiveness, and honestly just a romantic impedance overall. According to Dr. Johanna Davila, a clinical psychologist, romantic impedance is a major key factor to having a healthy relationship. And well, clearly, that was a skill that my ex-partner and I lacked because our relationship got so unhealthy super quickly. But now that I've shared a little bit of my personal story, I'd like to share with you guys and discuss the question that I pondered all throughout my first relationship. While seeing our relationship completely fall apart, I couldn't help but ask myself, Jocelyn, what does it take to have and maintain a healthy and loving relationship? You know, I was seeing couples that are being able to work out serious issues in their relationships, while my ex-partner and I couldn't even figure out how to stop arguing over where we wanted to go eat. Seeing all these happen all around me really caused me to lose hope on ever finding the underlying issue. However, I do think it is very important to know that there is not one single factor that will improve your relationship from one day to another. Instead, we need to see that there are many factors that can influence and flourish a healthier relationship. However, no relationship will ever be perfect. Instead, we can improve on all these different factors in order to improve our relationships. But now that I've discussed a little bit of my critical question, I'd like to share with you guys some information that I was able to gather while doing my research. Earlier in my speech, I did mention the phrase romantic competence. Now, romantic competence is the ability to function adaptively across all areas and aspects of the relationship process. These skills mentioned by Dr. Davila to achieve romantic competence are insight, mutuality, and emotional regulation. This is a skill-based model on relationship functioning that Dr. Davila and her colleagues came up with. And Maya Diamond also argues that emotional responsiveness is also a major contributor to having a healthy relationship. And as I was furthering my research, I actually connected a lot with what she had to say. Romantic competence does seem like a very simple and logical skill for every couple to have. However, many couples actually lack this skill. For instance, my ex-partner and I definitely lack this because we would talk about our days, our emotions, our rants, but we'd show little to no interest on what both of us had to say. Dr. Andrea and Jonathan Cummings are also relationship experts, and they both share similar habits to having a successful relationship. But what stood out to me the most was where they both quote, "People go where they feel welcome, but stay where they feel valued." All these factors are crucial to having a long-term relationship. And if you improve on all these skills, you will enhance your romantic competence overall. In conclusion, today we've gathered a lot of skills that can make and flourish a healthy relationship. However, as we discussed, there is not one particular skill that will improve your relationship from one day to another. Today I've shared with you guys my personal experience. We've discussed my critical question, and I've shared with you guys some information that I was able to gather while doing my research. I think it is very important to learn how to master and maintain healthy relationships from a young age in order to avoid any further conflicts in the future. Thank you.